So here, when you go for the introduction of your 8086, 8085 microprocessor, this 8085 microprocessor is been developed in the year 1976, but it has been introduced or it has been brought up to the market by 1977. 1976 it has been manufactured, but when it has been brought, it has been taken a time of an year or something like that, and it was fully operative once in 1977. And this 8085 is an 8-bit microprocessor, and when we give the name, actually we will take it as an actual name as 8085A. 8085A. So you can see this is an IC of your 8085. On to the left side you can see a IC of 8085. Onto this IC, the markings of your microprocessor has been done like 80C85. So C is different one over here, but 8085. This is your microprocessor. So here, this is been developed using of NMOS device, single NMOS device. So it contains 6,200 transistors approximately. So I'll be telling you why we require transistors over here. I told you in the previous class, I think so. If not, it would be again. If I missed out, it would be thing to be discussed. And if you have told, it is just a revision of concept. So here, when you go for the NMOS, I will be telling one thing: why we require transistors in your how these transistors are there. When you go for the abstraction level of a device, we will be getting only the transistors. Transistor is the minimum level, lowest, or you can say the circuit level. So first of all, at the top, you can see a microprocessor will be consisting of ALU, registers, and some part of an counters, timers, like that. All these when you go for the ports, the buffers, all this one are represented using of gates. Are represented using of gates. You know that any logic circuit can be represented using of universal gates. If you take a simple universal gate over here, that is nothing but a NAND gate or NOR gate. Now, when you go for a NAND gate or NOR gate, it can be represented using of transistors. So the abstraction level in digital electronics, you have seen how a NMOS NAND gate is been constructed. So you will be having one resistor element by having continuous conduction to VCC to the gate of your NMOS, which acts like a resistor. Then the circuit, when you are having an AND gate, when you are having an OR gate, when you have an AND operation, you will be having two transistors connected in series. When you have OR operation, it would be connected in parallel. Like that way, NMOS. So here, the abstraction level, you will be having only the transistors. Now let's take a register is there. Register consists of what? Flip-flops. Flip-flops consists of what? Gates. 9 gates or 4 or 6, 9 gates or NOR gates you will be having. According to the type of an flip-flop, those many gates you will be having. So this is about the um, 8085 microprocessor. Fine. So this is the why we require the transistor. Now here, this is the rough dimensions given for your transistor, which is of 164 millimeters into 222 millimeters. So when you take this size and these many transistors, then you can imagine how many transistors, what is the size of a transistor. Usually in laboratory you would be seeing a very large size, but here it contains approximately 6200 transistors, and when you take the effective area, The transistors would be located in the middle part. This part you will be having, I mean to say, the middle part of your IC, you will be having the transistor. The remaining portion you won't have a transistor. And next one, it is a it it is having 40 pins dual in package. This is a DIP, dual in line package, which is a plastic casing or hard plastic would be case would be outer shell. And in addition to this 8085A, there are more advanced versions. Into that one, a little bit of modifications on by changing its operating frequency or like that. Advanced versions have been brought up. That is 8085AH, 8085AH2, 8085AH1, like that way. So what is the advantage of those things is that these advanced versions uses 20% less power supply. That is one of the under. So what we'll have is that when you go for the any research, first a microprocessor has been developed. Then what they will do is that they will modify a little bit of change in the microprocessor, less power supply or something like that, and automatically uh, a new microprocessor has been developed. So like that way, these are about the microprocessor. Okay. So this microprocessor with the advanced versions uses 20% less power supply. That is one. And the clock frequency of 8085, the advanced versions and all this one, you can see the clock frequency of 8085A is 3 hertz. AH is also 3 hertz. Now these are one after the other advancement have been made. AH2, it is 5 hertz. Then next one, you can see it is made as what? 6 hertz. So like this way, for every advancement, there is change in its frequency as well as there is also power supply. Now we'll